Hello and welcome, I'm KieranMcDowell and this is my second presentation on my professional development in my final year of university. Last time I focused on classroom management and inquiry-based learning. This time I wish to switch this focus to assessment in PE and mathematics. I hope you enjoy. The idea of using the focus area of assessment stemmed first from my consultation with my new mentor Alison Gaffney. After organising a time to meet, Alison and I concluded that Professional Engagement Point 7 was the most appropriate section to focus on. As specified earlier, Section 7 of the VIT Standards for Graduating Teachers would be my focus area. This point requires teachers to reflect on, evaluate and improve their professional knowledge and practice. My focus area for development was then specified as the differences that exist between PE and mathematics assessment, and how I can use these certain methods in my professional practice. The final step of my preparation was to develop an action plan to collect evidence and most effectively develop my focus area. I chose to use the KWHL method. This required me to outline what I know and have done in the past, determine what I want to achieve, how I achieve it, and finally what I have learned. I constructed a visual to display my plan. This is a summation of what I know and have done in relation to assessment in the past. During my 2011 practicum at Footscray City Secondary College, I implemented a Year 11 Unit 1 and 2 PE SAC on technological advancements in sport. This is my first practical application of assessment. I've also developed a number of assessment rubrics as part of my university assignments, but have not yet been able to use them in the classroom. Finally, based on some research from Principles of Learning and Teaching, I decided to use surveys in schools to assess students' interests. Looking back on my action plan after covering the What I Have Done section, I will now present what I want to achieve as a result of this action plan. Firstly, I must consult with my supervising teachers to ensure that the following aspirations are reasonable and in line with the school's reporting and assessment system. I want to use a variety of assessment methods, some of which are drawn from Fazette and Frank's 2012 paper on metrics in PE. To improve these methods, I'll attend a PD seminar on assessment in PE. After doing this, as all teachers are encouraged to do at Maribyrnong, I want to use my iPad to assist in the assessment process. At the end of my teaching rounds, I wish to present a battery of assessment data to my supervising teachers in which they can use for their reporting. Finally, I want to receive specific feedback on how this all went from my supervising teachers. Next step of my action plan, how did I achieve it? I experienced two very different consultations with my mentors. For mathematics, I was given a full 3-week unit on networks in Year 11 General Maths. My teacher recommended, as it is a traditional school, to approach the assessment in a traditional manner. The report is shown on the screen. We decided to use a test and I would design the assessment piece for the whole Year 11 cohort. Once the results have been tabulated, it is put into this Excel spreadsheet which Miss Brown was kind enough to share. For physical education, I was given much more freedom. I was to teach a 3-week unit on Year 9 indoor hockey. For this, I must assess students in 3 distinct areas. Firstly, a score for their practical skills. Next, a mark for their theoretical understanding of the game, and finally, their behaviour throughout the unit. Shane was very flexible and allowed me to assess them in any way that I desired. To develop my skills in assessment further, I attended a PD seminar named PE Geek. This session was fantastic as it not only showed me some great ways to assess students in PE, but also ways to utilise technology, most specifically my iPad. After leaving this seminar, I wanted to ensure I used a variety of assessment methods as outlined in my action plan. The methods I used in PE were observation rubrics, self-reflection rubrics, and skill assessment. I'm going to use the iPad application Easy Assessment to help me collate all the data. Having now covered the PE assessment, I'll run through the Year 11 General Maths test I created for the whole year level. I broke the test into two distinct parts, multiple choice and extended response. After personally working out the solutions, I marked 25 tests from my class. In doing this, I was able to finalise the unit results, which I will present later. I will now show you how I use my iPad, more specifically the application Easy Assessment, to help assess the group of PE students. From the home screen, I click on Assessments, and this takes me to a page with all of the classes I'm currently taking. If I go into Year 9 PE and then into Indoor Hockey, a class list shows up where I can go through each student and assess them according to the rubrics I have set. I can add comments, pictures and videos also if I wish. This application is extremely useful during PE as you can pick it up and assess students in a practical manner throughout the class. Despite 3 people being away on sporting commitments, I was able to assess 22 students for physical education on my iPad and transfer the data into this spreadsheet. My aim was to present a battery of data in line with the school's reporting process. I was able to successfully do this and Shane was very happy with the results as it was in the format to go straight into the reports. Finally, I wanted to receive specific feedback on my ability to assess the students. I created this Word document with a number of specific questions that Shane and Lauren could respond to. This would allow me to measure my success of the action plan. I'll present the feedback in the final section of my presentation. This brings me to the final step. What have I learnt? I learned to use a variety of assessment methods. The types I used are presented on the screen with sources acknowledged. I also learnt how to use my iPad for assessment. This was informed by Jared Robinson's work. I learnt how to report results. This will be a valuable tool next year as I step into the teaching profession. And finally, I learnt the differences that exist in PE and mathematics assessment. Certain methods are more effective for each subject. My supervisor's feedback and references will draw an end to the presentation. Thank you for watching.